Welcome back, everyone. An abysmal response. Those are the words used by Arizona State Attorney General Mark Brnovich describing the Biden administration's response to the border.
Yeah, he's calling on Vice President Harris to be replaced as the border czar, claiming she's done nothing to help with the border crisis. But not all officials agree. There is even a migrant crisis there. Brianna Whitney is live tonight with what the Attorney General is asking for. Brianna.
Well, the AG sent President Biden this letter today calling for change. He says when it comes to overseeing the border crisis and fixing it, he wants to see Vice President Harris out and someone else in.
A call to action to the federal government from Arizona's top law official.
This is wrong, and if Vice President Harris is not going to come to the border, or if she's not going to address this issue, then someone else needs to.
Attorney General Mark Brnovich sending a letter to President Biden today, asking him to replace Vice President Kamala Harris as the border czar, writing in his letter, to date, her response to the border crisis has been absolutely abysmal, and that she's failed to articulate any plan.
I'm very frustrated with what's happening. We have seen just in the last several months about 450,000 people cross into our southern border illegally.
Brnovich says Arizona's border officials are overwhelmed and understaffed, and says he personally invited the vice president to take a tour with him, but never got a response back.
And I just was hoping that she would understand that, as a former law enforcement official, as a former AG, as a first-generation American like myself, that she would be empathetic and understand the need to come down here and see for herself.
And Santa Cruz County Sheriff David Hathaway agrees that the vice president should come down and see what's going on, but also has a very different opinion from the Attorney General.
We don't have a migrant crisis here, and I've forced myself to memorize the statistics because there's a lot of fuzzy math floating around.
He says Santa Cruz County is dealing with an economic crisis, but not a migrant crisis, and says numbers of illegal entries are no worse than they've been in years past. But he does say he wouldn't mind seeing specific qualities in a new border czar if Biden does replace Harris.
Maybe somebody that's familiar with the Southwest border issues, somebody that's worked here, or at least include them if you have an entourage to look into this.
I reached out to the White House to ask what their response is to this letter, but they told me they won't be commenting. Reporting live in Phoenix tonight, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Fam.